Southeast to Hunter's Edge. North to incomparable suffering. Well then.
Southeast it is. For now, at least.
Say it once more. Show, for now.
This is valuable. To drown my sorrows with ale. What a deluge! I need to dry off.
Oh there. A word of warning, wanderer, afore you continue on your merry way. See these corpses here? Be a good fellow and take them as a hint that this town isn't the pastoral little paradise it once was. Ah. Immaculates, orcs and humans both, have taken Hunter's Edge. Its villagers are now slaves in the mines to the west, or they've been bled dry of their last drop of life, reduced to mere fuel that must light the wicked candle that is bloodstone. Long as you live in the limbo between coming and going, though, why not have a look at what I have to sell? You'd be surprised to see what a scouring skeleton can gather together in a dying town. Yeah! Well, don't go round angering Immaculates if you want to keep your vitals intact. Though perhaps it won't be very long before they have a stab at one another's vitals instead. I have the feeling there's trouble brewing between the orcs and the humans in there, and who can blame 'em really? Just ain't natural for 'em to consort, I say. Only good orc? Well, you know how the phrase goes. Can't say I remember who I was before the change came over me, but these days I'm a travelling trader of sorts. There's an immaculate necromancer in the village ahead. She's the one who brought me back from, well, wherever I was. She's an especially bright one, you know. Most necromancers can only revive a dead corpse into an animated one, but she manages to yank back some semblance of consciousness too. I don't remember much, but the thrill of trade certainly calls to me. Maybe I was a merchant in my former life, who knows? These days, most undead are busy haunting Syceal or picking the way in the Lucula mines. But I keep a low profile and stay out of sight. Haven't been bothered by an immaculate yet, and I hope to keep it that way. You're still alive. Way to beat the odds, wanderer. wonder what the orcs want with all this boat. Make a chandelier, most like. And a very ostentatious one it'll be. My, you're still alive. Way to beat the odds, Wanderer. This wall could really do with a lick of paint. Blood gets so ugly when it dries. An intact finger! Just what that deviant of an orc was looking for. You're still alive. Way to beat the odds, Wanderer. You're still alive. Way to beat the odds, Wanderer.
Feeling hot under the collar.
Hey, you can speak. You don't look like a tribesman or orc, but I suppose I can't be certain. Then again, I've never heard of a dark soul gifted with the speech of the wild. Jinxika is my name, and until recently I lived a placid sort of life among the people of Hunter's Edge. The baker might leave me a bit of milk left over from this breakfast. The barkeep stroked my back between filling glasses. I had many friends here, but none so dear as a little trio. A married pair and their daughter, employed by the wizard to keep his home. They spent many long hours squashing fleas that plagued me and shared their warm beds with me each night. If you come to this village to help and not to harm, you might be able to save those 3 kind souls from the orcs that have invaded. Ugh, such misery in our sad town. A kind but private man he is. He set up his home here several years ago, but never remained there long enough before jetting off to tend to some matter or other. The Dark Invaders seem very interested in him indeed. They've been skulking around outside the house since they arrived, but not even one of their filthy vermin can penetrate the wizard's protective enchantments. Would that an invasion were all! They destroyed every crumb of life they could find and sent their filthy rats to seek out those who evaded them. Each life they took infused their strange stones with power. Their queen glowed with delight as a parade of victims were slain before her. It was as though she was taking in a beautiful song. The human tribe came shortly after. They had their own supply of the glowing stones, and the orc queen took no easy liking to them. Still, it seems they are working towards some similar goal. They haven't destroyed one another. Yet. They've survived this carnage so far by concealing themselves most cleverly. I've done my best to guard their hiding place from the slime-bellied rats attempting to sniff them out. But I fear my efforts aren't enough. Until the village has been rid of vermin, those 3 sweet souls may be found at any time. Savages by savages employed. The orcs have one among them. The rat catcher, they call him, who claims to have trained rats to do his bidding. They've swarmed the place in search of hidden villagers, and unless every last one of them is split from tail to snout, they're sure to find my friends. But you're not like the brutes inside those walls. No, you approached me with hand, not boot, outstretched. Perhaps you could help me. With these rats running about, it's only a matter of time before my friends are caught. They must be squashed, every last one of them. I've done my best so far, but there are simply too many for one set of claws to handle. With your help, though, with your help, it could be done. The rats gone, my friends safe. Oh, that bothersome old Tom. No, he and I are hardly friendly, much less friends. I've much more important things on my mind than him and his incessant pestering. I can slip through these walls as I please, but you'll need to find your own way into the village. And remember, my friend, kill every last rat you find, or 3 dear souls will be lost.
Now I missed my nose. Must smell like delicious spit roast around here.
Source Hunter, welcome, welcome. Yes, that was a small fib on my part, I'm afraid. Zandalore is known as the Keeper of the Source, after all. And I didn't know how Source Hunters would react to my association with such a colorful character. I'm watching on with weary eyes how the Immaculates strike again. They've gone from shedding blood among their own to recruiting orcs and cutthroats to do it for them. From what I can tell, the village of Hunter's Edge is this cult's most wretched victim.
There's still meat on those bones. Must have been the miller's boy. Muscles strong as marble he had.
It was once a quiet sort of village. Families and small-time merchants mostly. Recently, it was targeted by a tribe of orcs waving the Immaculate banner. Their leader, Grutilda, is known far and wide for her cruelty and cunning. She oversaw the murder of countless villagers and used their blood to fuel a great number of bloodstones. Once they were dead, they were reanimated as undead corpses and sent to work in the mines of Lacula. By order of Leandra, the orcs were joined by a tribe of humans from the northern peaks of Tanneroth. A band of male warriors are they, and they devote allegiance to their leader, Jahrl. Jahrl arrived with his own formidable supply of bloodstones. which means his tribe has been operating under directions from the conduit for some time. Where once they ransacked for base pleasure and material gain, now they do it by the will of the goddess. These are far from the blindly devoted Immaculates of Silverglen, however. The orcs and the humans here alternate between bitter fighting and hostile peace. Personally, I believe they're best exploited through their rivalry. Get them to fight each other, and you can stand on the sidelines and warm yourself upon the flames. He has a residence at the far end of town. Though I have my doubts he's having people over for tea now that the Immaculates have landed. Know that Zandalore is wily, so beware. If a wizard doesn't want you in his home, you'll know it. Pity the intruder that heedlessly tries to waltz his way into that dwelling. Nevertheless, his house is the very place you'll want to search. The accumulated knowledge stored there is quite phenomenal, and beyond a doubt, one of Leandra's most urgent pursuits.
Sodden all the way to my boot soles.
You there, Flatlander. Stay at your business. Come to play now the town's been taken, have you? Typical you Flatlanders. Lucky for you, the goddess don't discriminate against cowards. Well, come quickly then. There's still townsfolk on the loose, and the chase has probably made them wild as cornered dogs. One might pop out of a bush and take an eye before you can shout your own name. Better you first check in with the higher-ups. You've got Jahrl, the righteous leader of Weird the Mountain, and blood-stained Grutilda, queen dog of the giant toads. Trust me, you'll know her when you see her. Now scram, and make your introductions before word gets to them there's an intruder here.
Ugh, I'm dripping. Human, leave the lads out, disease. You have come to work today, boss. I've got the human, and it's itching like mad.
What? Afraid to address your betters, are you?
I ain't afraid of a single frog-skin one of you.
Then why not stand up and face me?
Potent heat.
They're keeping the...
Gorag doesn't look so fearsome without his second horn. And to think, it was a human who managed to snap it clean off.
Can't stand them. All try getting whipped for sweats, can you? Living in beyond in the great return.
Go on then, frog-skin. We'll see who'll end up...
The
in
other
these
rats are
old
all
boots.
fleeing. There's got to be a more subtle way to exterminate these pests.
Poison ought to do the trick, but I'm fresh out of cheese-flavoured deadly nightshade.
Did someone leave an oven door open?
You have come to work today, boss. I've
I'm
got the
drenched!
human, and it's itching like mad.
What? Afraid to address your betters, are you?
I ain't afraid of a single frog-skin one of you.
Then why not stand up and face me, boy? One on one.
They're keeping the peace now. The humans.
Sodden all the way to my boot soles.
I haven't got a hole in my pocket, have I?
Big ugly brute making me do his
The
dirty
dog
work.
looks up at you with misery-ridden eyes. Its tail doesn't wag, and when it tries to bark or speak, only silence reaches your ears. The dog hangs its head, then looks north. Filled with fury, it barks noiselessly in the direction of the forest.
Someone's there.
Yet again, doggish custom Take a dip.
I haven't got a hole in my
Dunce probably
pocket,
lost
have
the
I?
bloody thing up his own arse.
It's no surprise a dainty thing like you.
Soaked to the skin.
You better hope the bleeding key shows up soon.
Thought you said it was me who pocketed it.
Is that what you want?
How in the second heaven am I supposed to know what you did with the damn thing?
Even a local smell the end of us in this place. I won't stand. I won't lose you over a
Look
silly
in
joke.
every cranny now. Your mother won't like to hear a human's been thieving from an orc.
You know damn well I wouldn't touch anything of yours with a 10-hand pole.
Risk their lives for love, would they? I'd not expected to find foolish ignorance among hardened warriors.
You've read the Hannic cycle, haven't you? A burning battle, blooded light, were nothing to Han's lover's eyes.
I haven't got a hole in my pocket, have I?
Hello again. Do you bring good news?
Behold these skulls bereft of the lips with which they kissed.
Why not stand up and face me? One on one.
Keeping the peace for now. Chief's orders. That other tusk's yours to keep in the meantime.
That's so. Your cousin. Poor fellow. Living in
Am I gazing at the holes of souls? Or am I wrong?
I
Sod
feel
it,
like I
all
just
the way
had a
to my
long bath in
bedsoles.
a cold lake.
I'd never have judged a few grimy ground dwellers, and lost ones at that, to be worth all this fuss.
Chief knows what he knows. He says, find the cellar, so that's what we do.
Well, for all he knows, they could be knee-deep in forest muck, miles away from here.
The forest. So that settles it. You really are big a buffoon as you look. No one gets into the Phantom Forest, brother. No one.
And the conduit, Chief says she's there as we speak.
That thick brain of yours is better suited for gruel than for thinking. Of course she's there. She's got the goddess within her. Come on, then. We've got a cellar to find. Your chatter won't scare it into the open, you know.
What? Dead. I need a drink and a breather.
I've spotted something interesting.
You there! The armory's off limits, you hear? Take another step and you'll be looking for your teeth at the end of a rainbow.
Let's get the ball rolling here.
Because it's a goddamn crime scene, isn't it? Our bloody bloodstones were stolen. The old bloody lot of them. Everybody's pointing their grubby little fingers at Garrett because he was on guard duty at the time. Yeah, it may be a tad suspicious that now he's missing, but I'll eat pig ball soup if he had anything to do with it. I mean, just look at this shattered door. There's Orchid Bot written all over it. But I'm done talking about this mess. Ask Jahrl if you're so bloody interested. If you're so bloody on
The sheep? Love her for Tilda. And I do her too.
I feel like I
I've
just had a
spotted
long
something.
bath in a cold lake.
What? Dead.
Well, what's this I've spotted?
By order of the Old Mother, you...
There are countless rats inside this hole, waiting to be lured out at the slightest temptation.
By order of the Old Mother, you... Magic
something. I've spotted something interesting. I've spotted something interesting. I've spotted something.
What such? Zero. Riddles, yeah, zock of mountain apes, hogs. Your kind not welcome. Go, or you will bleed. Brothers, human speaks the tongue of all mothers. A welcome guest. Yes, travel freely, ape brother. We do not inspect, we only guard. Brother Gordag has selected this place for his own special purpose, and so we stand. Brother Gordag has beckoned us to stay. A terrible thing to lose a horn. Now the All-Mother will never select him for her chosen.
I've spotted something interesting. What's this? I found something.
Soaked to the skin!
Ugh, I'm dripping.
What's this? I found something.
The trail ends at this grate. If blood loss didn't kill the sorry fellow, surely the fall did.
That's the knight's tomb beneath here. I guess it'll be more than one mystery we uncover within its depths.
A corpse may have fit through its bars, but a living body would find it quite unpleasant. The grate is set over a long, narrow vent. A corpse may have fit through its bars, but a living body would find it quite unpleasant. The grate is set over a long, narrow vent. A corpse may have fit through its bars, but a living body would find it quite unpleasant. The grate is set over a long, narrow vent. A corpse may have fit through its bars, but a living body would find it quite unpleasant.
What a deluge!
Well, by the boot soles of Burl Boonhammer, what have we here?
Another human in Hunter's Edge. State your business, whelp.
Hail, Immaculate. By the sickle of Tyr Gutgouger, I'm glad to see another human face here in Hunter's Edge. Not yet another misshapen orcish snout.
If you fancy keeping that human face of yours, I wouldn't take my cues from the chief of the mountain apes. I may have sworn to refrain from carving my name across his back, but yours, I do believe, is free for the taking.
Regular ray of sunshine, isn't she? Don't let her manners fool you, though. Her disposition may be dark, but her wit is bright. Bright and devious. Believe me when I tell you that she's plotting against us as we speak, and would have long given the order to spill our blood if she wasn't leashed by the orders of the conduit herself. But by the shield of the Stormbringer, she'll not outfox the sworn brothers of Tanneroth.
And I sincerely hope she won't outfox the likes of you either. You belong to the Silverglen tribe, I take it. Thought you were all holed up in Highbeheim. But it pleases me to see some of your number have come to Hunter's Edge. Yes, an outsider not as yet distrusted by the orcs is exactly what I need in the matter of the missing bloodstones and the matter of the wizard's house. But let's talk in my headquarters over yonder. For by the beard of the Bear Slayer, there are too many green ears around here.
Vermin could armor such useful relics. Share
Well, by the boot soles...
Another human in Hunter's Edge.
Hail him.
If you
May your sword never sully, and your
By order of the All-Mother, huge discounts on magic baubles.
I wish there were other bombs that go up around here.
I told you it was a mistake to get all the women alongside the men. What a stupid thing to do.
Let's see that last bloody
Conduit's orders.
Fine,
Test not
fine,
to get
I'll
on
check
that bad
it.
side. You know I need a drink and a breather.
Yeah, but her orders don't cure my fever.
Then go and find yourself a sheep if you're so bloody hot and bothered.
May your sword never sully, and your shield never shatter. The Bloodstones are the reason we came here in the first place. The conduit has need of star stones imbued with human blood, so she can create her Death Knights. Both the Brotherhood and the Orcs were given their share of stones, and we filled them to the brim with blood, then stored them for the conduit to collect when she returns from Phantom Forest. Last night, though, someone raided this very building and disappeared with our stones. They were being guarded by Garrick Giantbane, a son of the mountain had in trust with my life. Grutilda says he ran off with the Bloodstones, that he is a betrayer to the cause of Immaculates. But I know this to be untrue. The Orcs stole the stones. Of that I'm certain. Grutilda is hatching some plan, and we'll all be in dire straits indeed if it comes to fruition. Those stones make her powerful. Too powerful. We need them back. But every orc eyes us peak dwellers with suspicion. That is why I ask of you to find proof. Proof that it was an orc that did the deed. Once I have it, I have a reason to assault the orcs without risking the wrath of the conduit. She'll not stand for theft among Immaculates. So find me that proof, and we'll slaughter the orcs together. I am Jahrl Woodokson, father among brothers, son among the mountains. Me and mine hail from the snow-capped heights of Tanaroth, the very thrones of the world. Our lives are devoted to the hunt. Every town and every city we find, we plunder, and burn, and put to the sword. Sacrifices are they all to the might of the mountains, tokens of reverence to the power of the peaks. Gods we have plenty, of war, of death, and of victory. But now, a goddess we have too. Aye, we have seen the workings of Bloodstone, and loyal are we to she who unites in blood. By the teeth of Jahrl Wolfjaw, as immaculate shall we rule the world. The conduit asked us to do what we do best, invade and destroy. She set us on our way with a store of starstones, ready to be charged and, once made into bloodstones, sent to you folks in the mines of Luculla. We didn't know Grutilda's dogs had beat us there by a half day, but no matter. There were still plenty of strays to be caught and bled by the time we arrived. Now all that's left is finding a way into the wizard's house. The conduit's looking for something inside. Now we're here waiting for further orders from the conduit herself. She's gone into the Phantom Forest nearby, but we expect to hear from her shortly. I only hope we'll have the matter of the missing bloodstones sorted by then. I'll not have a soul saying we of the mountain failed to follow through.
What am I? A goddamn scullery maid?
that would.
Come, let's have another round.
Aye, an orc so vile it has taken rats for pets. They swarm about him like fleas do the rest of his kind, but even they eye him with disgust. Nevertheless, it's my belief that unlike the other males among the orcs, he's no fool. He's a spy, a discoverer of secrets. Right now he's looking for the lost wizard servants, and gods protect them if he finds them. We would merely kill him. That rat lover, on the other hand. Where we go, death is the horror that looms behind us. Where he goes, death is a mercy always out of reach. The orcs? No, I respect their warlike nature, for it's like ours. I respect their lust for slaughter, for we share it with them. I respect their loyalty to their leader, for I am likewise respected by my brothers. But when push comes to shove, I'd flay them all, wear their skins, and never rest until the very last one of them lay at my feet with my broadaxe nestling in its belly. Why, you may ask? Why hate them when you and them are so alike? I hate them because we are alike. I hate them because I know ours is a hate they reciprocate with blazing fury. Like two dragons are we that must share a single lair. Can't be done. Sooner or later, talons will rise and fire burst forth until one is victorious and the other's flesh is used to celebrate the victory. So it is with the Sworn of Tanneroth, and so it is with the Orcs of the Wild. One day the battle must be. One day we will feast or be feasted upon. Grutilda is worshipped like a goddess by her troops, and she rules like a deity too. All-knowing, all-powerful and merciless. She's smart and ruthless, truly an opponent to be feared. Exactly the kind of opponent I like. The Conduit was wise to go to the Orcs with promises of allegiance, for they are a force that few in Rivellon can withstand. But she also knows that the pact cannot last. She's well aware the Orcs will eventually go their own way, be they sworn immaculate or not. She needn't fear them, of course. The Conduit is constructing an army of warriors even the Orcs behold with dread. But it is we brothers of the mountains that may have to bear the brunt of their onslaught when things go sour. Grutilda knows the pact was never meant to last. She understands she's being used as a battering ram, as a tool to breach the gates and clear the path to triumph, only to be discarded by its operators when the true prize is in sight. She knows, and she's plotting her revenge. I can see it in those feral eyes of hers. She's surrounded by her elite. She whispers poisonous orders in the ears of her vile rat herder. No, it's no coincidence all her bloodstones have gone missing. By the hammer of Fjord Alkmount, I just know she's planning a nightmare. For her dreams are our tethers to suffer. And with the Spinebreaker at her side, it's a terrible nightmare she's concocted. Grutilda's hulking, horrible dog. Built like a brick house and with a mind as black as pitch. There's no indignity he wouldn't inflict on any man, woman, or child his mistress marked. Grutilda stores him above the tavern and sends him playthings one at a time. A sentence worse than death.
I told her it likes.
I don't know much about him, to be frank, and I don't care to. The Conduit says he's in possession of an artifact she needs, which is why we've been trying to gain entry to his house. But by the boots of Arlag Troll Tramper, the key hasn't been forged yet that will unfasten the magical seals that encase that bedeviled sorcerer's abode. The deal is this. When we attacked Hunter's Edge, we and the Orcs had the village completely surrounded to ensure no one could escape. The plan was a good one, for only some blacksmith and his wife managed to flee after their little demon of a pet bit an Orc's arm off. The wizard and his servants eluded us, but we know that the servants at least are still hiding somewhere around town. We need to find those damn people so they can tell us how to gain entry to the wizard's house.
I need a drink.
My men have been searching the village non-stop, and the Orcs have put their rat herder on the job. But we also have some surviving villagers holed up down in the cellar. An Orc torturer, courtesy of Grutilda, has been trying to find out where the servants are hiding. but has no finesse whatsoever, and almost instantly kills his victims. We've offered to do it for him, but Grutilda remains adamant he's the best of the best. Maybe you'd have better luck, though, if you're up for a spot of torture.
Must be Zandalor. Thankfully, these bloodthirsty brutes haven't found him yet.
Let's hope we catch up with him before they do.
Bugger me sideways, I'm out.
Call.
Now for the turn card. Ace of Hearts.
Cheers. Though I wish there were other bombs that go up around here.
This
is taking bloody ages. I need a drink and a breather.
Jahrl seems to trust you. He says you could enter here anyway. Here's the key. Garrick's innocent as Clare or Claiborne, and every brother of the mountain knows it. Check these puppies out.
Sir, can I? No, you cannot, you silver time.
This is taking bloody ages. I need a drink and a breather.
I get too drunk to read the cards.
I'll win this one. The goddess is guarding the god's damn door. You hear?
Loud and bloody well clear, sir. You the one Jahrl sent to replace the ham-fisted toadskin downstairs? About bloody time. The beast down there goes through prisoners like Gilda Godsword goes through suitors. A son of the mountain am I, and a blood brother of Jahrl besides. Chief placed me in charge of guarding the hatch to the prison cellar. Knows I won't hesitate to split the throat of any man or orc who tried to come or go without Jahrl's say-so. Jahrl gave you the all clear to try your hand, did he? All the better. That big brute downstairs hasn't the faintest idea what he's doing. Clubs witness after witness over the head, smashing him to bits before we can get so much as a word out of him.
I need a drink. Shut your mouth or I'll shut it for you. Get back in there.
You can poke my eyes out with that great horn of yours. I won't talk.
I'll not tell you a thing. Do what you will.
This place reeks of blood and worse.
I suppose this is where Grutilda's worst cruelties are carried out.
You mean talk when law smash?
Kill me now, then. Go on, do it.
Ah, law cannot work in these conditions. Smash is art. Law need peace. Law a craftsman of blood, breaker of bone. Who you?
Yes, pigskin. Who are you to question we who preside over the tender skin of traitors?
Law only halfway through creative process. Law won't stop now.
Of course, Law, of course. Though I do wonder what this pigskin thinks he can do better than you or I.
Human bleed better than us. Humans squish flat better than us.
Kill me now, then. Go on, do it.
Ah! Human silly chatter upset Law's craft. Law need break to regain his spirit. Law cannot smash and bash in this environment. If humans smash and bash like Law.
You can poke my eyes out with that great gnarled horn of yours. I won't talk.
A fresh pair of hands, are you? Please, you must kill me now. I will withstand anything, and would rather die 1,000 deaths than offer a word to the enemy. Or what? You'll destroy me? I welcome it. But there's something different about you. You don't look like the savages that ransacked our town. In fact, you're like the wizard, aren't you? A being of great power. And certainly not one of darkness. Yes, you're here to help us, aren't you? Praise be!
Get him to stop shouting or he'll blow our cover. Perhaps once he knows our true identity, he'll be willing to help us.
If he's done making a ruckus, perhaps he'll be willing to help us.
There's a tunnel in this cellar, known to most only through legend. Explore the back wall of the farthest room in this dank place and you'll find it. And if you can help me find freedom through the tunnel, I'd be willing... Well, I'd tell you how to find the wizard's servants. You've proven yourself no friend to the beasts who destroyed our town. Perhaps you can help those in hiding as you've helped me. Speaking of the others, have you spoken to the other prisoners locked in this terrible place? We mustn't leave them here to be discovered by a second wave of brutes. What's that? They're coming. They've heard us. They're coming. This chaos. This chaos. This chaos. Savages, back for more blood on you.
What a mess! Isn't there a tidier way to do this?
This savages, back for more blood on you. This chaos.
Feel that spell. Your revival brings great solace.
I cannot thank you enough for dispatching those brutes. I cannot thank you enough for dispatching those brutes.
On the men.
What a mess! Isn't there a tidier way to do this?
Into the fray once more.
I cannot thank you enough for dispatching those brutes. I cannot thank you enough for dispatching those brutes. thank you enough for dispatching those brutes. I'm free! I cannot thank you enough for dispatching those brutes. Free! I'm free! I cannot thank you enough for dispatching those brutes. I cannot thank you enough for dispatching those brutes. Hail, my heroes, and good riddance to those hateful savages. Free! I'm free! I cannot thank you enough for dispatching those brutes. Hail, my heroes, and good riddance to those hateful savages. Hail, my heroes, and good riddance to those hateful savages. I cannot thank you enough for dispatching those brutes. I cannot thank you enough for dispatching those brutes. Hail, my heroes, and good riddance to those hateful savages. I cannot thank you
Into the
enough
fray,
for
once
dispatching
more.
those brutes. I cannot thank you enough for
Sodden
dispatching
all
those
the way
brutes.
to my boot soles.
I cannot thank you enough for dispatching those brutes.
Our savior! I know not why you take pity on us, but I thank you for your kindness. But wait! We can't take a step toward freedom without Nolan. Have you seen him? They took him away quite some time ago, and we've been hearing terrible sounds. He lives! Oh, by the blessed Seven, we thank you! The terrible ordeal he must have gone through. But it's over now, isn't it? It's over now that the gods have sent a hero to save us. Before we were overrun by orcs, this prison was little used among we of Hunter's Edge. Still, there were always rumors that its cells couldn't hold captives for long. Some said they were swallowed up by a demon. They were only rumors, but perhaps there is a way to get us out of here.
Hello again, stranger. Before we were overrun by orcs.
I cannot thank you enough for dispatching those brutes. heroes, and good riddance to those hateful savages. Hail, my heroes, and good riddance to those hateful savages. Hail, my heroes, and good riddance to those hateful savages.
Another piece of trash.
Hail, my heroes, and good... You made short work of those monsters. If not for you, I'd likely have been trampled flat or crushed to pulp. I owe you my very life. If you can prove your goodwill, that is, if you can help me escape this terrible place once and for all, I'd tell you all. Perhaps if you can help me, you'll be able to help them too. The tunnel out is here somewhere, in the farthest room, if my sight serves. Fortunately, you'll be able to move freely now that you've dispatched those guards.
What on earth? A tunnel? It must have been uncovered by prisoners long ago.
Who knows how many doomed it led to freedom?
You made short work of those monsters. Please, you must help the others escape first. I couldn't live with myself if I knew they were... If you can prove your goodwill.
Hello again, stranger. You've cleared the way? Our hero rises to
Hateful savages. You made short work of those monsters. It's too good to be true. You found the tunnel then, and the other prisoners are already free? Well, let us be on our way. Quickly, before the beasts upstairs send reinforcements. All set. My hero, you've...
I'm growing too accustomed to the sight of corpses.
If we do our job, these will be among the last we find.
I thought we'd
What
like
news
to...
have you? Can we risk an escape? If you can prove your goodwill, first held by torture, now by a tantalizingly close freedom, you'll make short work of that noxious fungi, won't you?
More misery.
I thought
More
we left danger
terror.
behind us.
We can't turn back now. Better to die here than at immaculate hands. We can't turn back now. Better to die here than at immaculate hands. More misery, more terror. Heaven aid me! My hands today.
Confound it!
What news? What an invaluable friend you've been to me. And now I'll endeavor to return the favor. The hidden villagers, yes? The wizard prepared a special hiding place for them. A cellar outside their home, concealed by a massive black boulder. First, though, you'll need a key. This you'll find within one of the wizard's beehives. Destroy the boulder, unlock the cellar door, and you'll find yourself face to face with those you seek. And now freedom. Freedom and sunlight. Freedom and fresh air. I'll never forget this kindness you've granted me, my friend. Not on my life. I bid thee the best of luck.
It seems we weren't the only prisoners to find past. How swiftly you cleared the way. Ah, it's but perhaps something...
I feel like I've just had a long bath in a cold lake. I feel like I've just had a long bath.
What a deluge!
My, you're still alive! Way to beat the odds, Wanderer.
Toasty! Feeling hot
Toasty!
under the collar?
Then why not stand up and face me, boy?
You already checked beneath these boards. Any sign of keeping the peace for now? Chief's orders.
Ugh, I'm dripping.
Well, keep looking. We'll rip out every bone if need be.
So many of these skulls are so delectably modern.
This boulder looks strange. Unreal, even. This boulder looks strange. Unreal, even.
Behold these skulls bereft of the lips with which they kissed.
Hello again. Do you bring... There are countless rats inside this hole, waiting to be lured out at the slightest
Skulls are so
temptation.
delectably modern. I can hardly tell which one of them was
Big ugly brute making me do his dirty work. I bet his skull would make a lovely goblet for Jarl's mead.
Look in every cranny now! Your mother won't not hear a human's been
What is it that you so enjoy about death?
We're sodden all the way to my boot soles.
You there, tell me, how's your vision? Any ailments in the liver or spleen? Lost ones are everywhere these days, after all. I am a servant to the goddess, of course. One of the first among her enlightened in Revellon, and certainly the most devoted. I've scoured the region for unworthy souls, and am quite efficiently cleansing the land of lost ones great and small. How much better the lost serve her as bone automatons. My expertise as a necromancer is unmatched, you know. I've a success rate is nearing 99%. They end up with their brains a bit, well, scrambled. You can find such a fellow opining over skulls somewhere around here. One of my more harmless false steps, I think. What about that one?
Even the old
Look
man
how it skulks around. Neither orc nor enlightened. I'll bet no one would even notice if it...
In the market for some anything and everything left behind by vermin after we've exterminated them. And I must say, some of these roaches have mighty fine taste. The All Mother chooses first from among the
By order of the All Mother!
Sodden all the way to my boot soles.
Boats connected, the sheep. Tell her to stay in the berry. Tell the All Mother you've got a problem with her judgment if you feel so strongly about it.
baking like a cake.
Arcane texts of every kind. Get them before they turn back. Even the old man has this. You see that? I could have sworn that rat just winked at me. I suppose you're just that ancient, are you? The vermin take notice. What do you call that? Oh, my God! Arcane texts of every kind. Get them before they turn to ash. Not even the old man. Yappy. The game's word. You think it was the order of the old mother? Just get out some magic. Even the old man has this stealing a sight. How good. Bit of study is still right Henry for you. Oh, Eddie frying. Naughty dog. Ought I call you all father now? Better quit that blasphemy before she hears you. Did you see that? I could have sworn that rat just winked at me. I suppose you're just that handsome, are you? Even the vermin take notice. Listen here, brother. You ever wondered why the All-Mother listens to that conjuring lady? I don't wonder why the All-Mother does anything. And you ought not to either, unless you'd like your innards become your outouts. To be perfectly honest, I always wondered what's going on. Anyway, whatever trouble I could see with my own two eyes. I call you all father now. Better quit that blasphemy before she hears you. Even vermin leave behind a worthy scrap or two. I've got my eye on.
What is it that you so enjoy about death?
I'm drenched.
Some say death, but it's a second life. A peaceful one. A human agony been too
I get all
long,
the
hasn't it?
peace I need from serving the goddess. A life of peace, I say. Let the lost die that we may live.
Get them before they turn to ash. Finally, what are you doing lingering around here anyway?
Grutilda doesn't tell you a thing, does she? We're waiting to fight the final battle. The time is nearly nigh.
By order of the All-Mother, huge discounts on magic
What is it that you so enjoy about death? I get all the peace I need from serving the goddess. A life of peace, I say. Let the lost die that you may live.
Even vermin leave behind a worthy scrap or two.
Wizard's Council, magic forward.
Did someone leave an oven door open?
Yes, me. I've got my eye on the vermin take notice. Don't talk to the small boat runner. It only makes eating them all this pleasant later. Even vermin leave behind a word it's made. I'd like to know a bit about human haggis. Been too long, hasn't it, brother? In your fight with the old mother, brother, and you won't be much longer yet. Who'd you think?
Ugh, I'm dripping.
Alright, man, who's next?
Why don't you go yourself then? You already sent Odalin and he's been blown to bits.
It seems that tribesman walked right into one of the wizard's traps.
He's no commander.
Let's prove wiser than him, shall we?
That's enough out of the lawyer. I've a solution that's fair.
I've spotted. Look out! I see a trap nearby.
I need to dry off.
around, girl.
You again? You got cotton in your ears, or are you just plain stupid? Bad side, you know that.
Yeah, but our orders don't come like fever.
Chief asked you to look into the matter, did he?
Who are you? Stay away from my family. They know nothing of the wizard. Take me. A source hunter? Lodian, the gods have answered our prayers. I can think of no more welcome deliverer from this predicament than one of your esteemed order. Seven bless us, and you too. Aye, we three laboured under Zandalor's employ. He was right decent to us, and it's thanks to him we managed to escape the brutes upstairs. Zandalor prepared this hidden place long ago. It's almost as though he knew, somehow, that this day would come. Or perhaps he knew only that the forces of evil would always pursue those of goodness and light. Many years ago, he told us that if ever we found ourselves in danger, we should flee to this cellar. Shut fast its door, he said, and mark the jam with a chalk pentangle. This will call forth the magic I have assigned for your protection. It seems our friend was true to his word. Zandalor is a brilliant man, even among wizards. Why he chose to settle in this sleepy little town, I can't say. But then again, he never did remain for long. Always dashing off to attend to some matter or other, our wizard. We cared for his home while he was away, and attended to him when he was in. We were quite fond of him, and I do believe he was rather fond of us too. It seems that when we triggered this cellar's defences, he knew straight away. Within a minute or so, a strange orb of light appeared before us. It grew sharper and sharper about the edges. I held out my hands to grasp it, and it fell, heavy as a pearl, in my hands. From the orb came Zandalor's voice, clear and strong, as though he were standing just before me. His voice was hurried, strained in a way I'd never heard before. Something unthinkable, that he was travelling through the Phantom Forest, that heart of horrors, and into the ancient Source Temple that rests within its cursed depths. He told us to wait for the White Witch, asked us to deliver a message, something important by the sound of it. We wrote it down, word for word, and will pass it along whenever it is she comes. I know little more than its name implies, but if a temple of Source does indeed rest within that blighted forest, a greater evil I cannot imagine. Many is the year since ghoul or beast has ventured out of the defiled sanctuary of those woods, yet still we of the village dare not enter. Legend says that to set a single foot into the Phantom Forest is to invite death's grasp. It's a legend none wish to test. As you may know, this town was founded as the last bulwark against the Source monstrosities that reside within that terrible place. After the fall of Brachus Rex, the defeated darkness retreated to those woods, and haunted they have remained ever since. That ring! Hikara's blessing! Zandalor has the same. I'd recognize it anywhere. So the White Witch sent you, did she? I should have known she'd not sit idly by while the world turned topsy-turvy. Zandalor's message is as such. He's gone to the Source Temple in the Phantom Forest, and he wants her, or I suppose you, her messengers, to follow him there. In order to enter the forest, you'll need an amulet. He stored it in a small chest near his personal waypoint. Once you're inside the forest, you'll need to find the forest spirit. This spirit will give you the rune you need to enter the Source Temple. But first things first, if you want to get inside Zandalor's house, you'll need to use the portal in this very room. I've the crystal you need in order to activate it. Still, entering the house will be the least of your worries. Zandalor himself has called forth every manner of protection to discourage would-be intruders, and you will have to defeat them all in order to reach the bedroom. The last thing he said doesn't make much sense to an outsider. Perhaps you or the witch will manage to make better sense of it. He said, and I quote, "She is coming. I only hope I can reach the temple first. If she finds the portal..." He didn't finish after that. "Before you go, perhaps we might impose on you, well, a favor, you see. Source Hunter, we need a way out of this place. It's only a matter of time before the savages upstairs find us, and trying to leave through the village is as good as suicide." But Zandalor has his own means of travel, a waypoint shrine in his own chambers reserved for his personal use. If we could only get there, we'd be able to flee this place lickety-split. The only trouble is what I've already mentioned. The wizard's house is rigged from top to bottom. If you'll be disabling its defenses, we'll slip through without problem. Good luck, Source Hunter, and unimaginable thanks from me and mine.